On March 3rd, 2017, I made a video called The Real Reason Why Claude Does Not Talk in Grand Theft Auto 3. To formulate that video, I used evidence from a Rockstar Games Q&A that took place in 2011. Well, now we're in 2019, and it turns out Rockstar Games lied. We were wrong. And today I'm going to show you why using that very same Q&A from Rockstar Games in 2011. Welcome back to GTA Retro, everybody. Until a few months ago, I firmly believed that the reason that Claude, the silent protagonist of Grand Theft Auto 3, didn't have a voice in GTA 3, well, I believe that this was due to the technical limitations at the time involving motion capture. Now, why did I believe this? Well, because Rockstar Games told us this back in 2011. I'm actually going to touch base on that specific topic towards the end of the video, as it's not really the main focal point right now, but I firmly believed this is why Claude didn't talk in GTA 3 until I discovered a YouTuber by the name of Matt J155. You can find his channel link in the description down below. And, well, Matt has a rare copy of an asset disc and catalog given away to journalists at E3 2001. Now, you guys are probably thinking, what in the world does this catalog, this disc, have to do with anything? Well, this asset disc actually contains files, logos, and trailers for a few of Rockstar's titles that would all go on to release in 2001. And, well, he has a very in-depth video reviewing the contents of this disc that I would highly recommend you to check out. That link is also going to be at the very top of the description. This is crucial that y'all check this out if you want to do some fact checking. If for some reason you don't believe me and you want to see this cited from another source, well, y'all can definitely check him out. But what makes this disc so important is that one of the very early GTA 3 trailers, in fact, one of the very first ever beta GTA 3 trailers, is included on this disc. And in this trailer, at exactly 17 seconds, we hear and we see Claude say, "Get out of the car." And this right here is 100% conclusive evidence that Claude was intended to have some sort of voice in GTA 3. Most likely small sound bites, but I want you guys to take a look at and have a listen in on this trailer. And this one right here is pulled from the actual Rockstar Games E3 2001 asset disc. Now, you've heard that trailer. It's pretty insane. Claude had a voice in this trailer. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Zach, how did you conclude that this trailer on this disc is 100% evidence that Claude, at some point in GTA 3's development, had a voice? Well, in 2011, on Rockstar's official website, a Q&A took place. And once again, that source, along with every source that I use in this video, can be found in the description. Well, in this Q&A, one of the main questions involving Claude has to do with the trailer of Claude saying, "Get out of the car." And there were actually 3 questions that were very similar, all asking about this. The first question said, "Please shed some light on if this is actually Claude's voice from the beta version of GTA 3. In that question was a link to this trailer uploaded by a random user on YouTube. The second question said, "Actually, I heard Claude yawn sometimes when he falls from a big height and or drowns in sea. Also, this is interesting. Link to the video. At 18 seconds, Claude seems to say, quote, 'Get out of the car,' quickly. It seems he, at some point, had a voice. This is really a mystery." And the third question says, "On one of the trailers, GTA 3 beta, Claude says, 'Get out of the car.' What were the reasons that Claude did not say any words?" And Rockstar actually responded to this with, "This is fake. This is an old bit of gameplay footage for sure, but we think that the voices were added at a later date by someone online, as at no point did we plan for Claude to have a voice or even design how a speaking protagonist would be implemented until Vice City." And, well, Upon first discovering this AMA or this Q&A, it's very believable. In fact, it's straight from the horse's mouth, Rockstar Games themselves. But this trailer was also re-uploaded to YouTube that these users were linking, and this was in 2011. Anyone can edit and add something extra in there. Like I said, I believed that this was the case, that this Claude saying "get out of the car" was simply fake and edited in and re-uploaded to YouTube, until I came across Matt J155's video reviewing the Rockstar Games asset disc. And let's get real logical here. This is how we're going to prove that Claude did have a voice. This disc was handed out to journalists for free at E3 2001 from Rockstar Games, and this trailer is included on that disc. This means that this soundbite of Claude saying "get out of the car" was added by Rockstar Games and not added at a later date by someone online, as Rockstar said in their AMA, as for one, GTA 3 hadn't even released yet. Two, there were no major video sharing platforms that existed at the time, meaning there wasn't a YouTube in 2001. We couldn't just rip this trailer, put a soundbite on it, and re-upload it for thousands of people to see. Now, I know forums were very prevalent at the time, but come on, this trailer was on this official disc. The clip I showed you guys of that trailer is from this disc. Matt J actually shared the files with me, and that's how I was able to show this to you guys. But the reason that I also wanted you to check out his review in his video is because he goes through the contents of this disc, and on his official disc that he's showing y'all in his video, we also hear Claude say the same exact thing, meaning this is straight from the disc and nowhere else. There was no way that someone could have added this in here, edited the trailer, and uploaded it, and it get on this Rockstar Games asset disc. Now, one very interesting thing to note is that the soundbite of Claude saying "get out of the car" is actually a sound clip from GTA 2. I want y'all to check this out. There's even a YouTube video of GTA 2 sound clips, every soundbite pretty much from the game. And at 3 minutes 58 seconds in this video, we can also hear that soundbite of "get out of the car," meaning this is from Grand Theft Auto 2. Now, this leads me to believe, and this is just my theory, take it all with a grain of salt, that while Claude was not intended to have lines and lines and books of dialogue, he may have been intended to literally have small sound bites for different interactions and things going on in the game, like robbing a car, "get out of the car," catcalling a woman, "hey girl," you know, small things like that, minor things. That's my theory. And "get out of the car" might have been one of those things. Rockstar might have just reused that sound bite as a placeholder at the time and then just decided to scrap it later on, as they didn't want anything to do with Claude having any sort of voice whatsoever. But let's go ahead and take a look at all the sounds that Claude does actually make in Grand Theft Auto 3. I've only found 2 of them. There might be more, but they're just grunts. They're uhs and ahs. And the first one is when Claude jumps into water, and as he drowns, the last thing he does is make a grunt. The other sound is from jumping off of a building or falling from different heights. We once again just hear a different grunt as Claude does hit the ground. So it makes you wonder, like, who did the grunts for Claude? Was it just some random nobody that just did some oohs and ahs? I'm not sure, but it's very interesting that, you know, Claude does make some sounds, and I guess you could technically consider this a voice. But I would also like to finish this video off with 3 more questions asked in the 2011 Rockstar Games Q&A about Claude's dialogue. Those 3 questions are: was Claude always intended to be silent with no spoken dialogue? Is Claude a mute, or is he a man who doesn't talk? I remember CJ calling Claude a mute in the race in San Andreas. The 3rd question is, why doesn't Claude talk? I mean, he doesn't even react when he's on fire, LOL. And Rockstar actually responded to this with a very big paragraph. I'm just going to let you guys read this in silence. I'm not going to read over this. To summarize it, too long, didn't read. Rockstar basically says they were limited at the time to motion capture. It was very hard back in 2001. It's not as easy as it was today. So they didn't even think about giving Claude a voice at the time. They also wanted us players to identify Claude in some way, shape, or form as the guy who doesn't talk, that silent protagonist, which really still stands true to this day. So now that you've read through that big old long paragraph from Rockstar Games themselves, you've got official word on kind of why Claude did not have a voice in GTA 3 and why Rockstar Games didn't really plan for that. But Rockstar's a bit hypocritical at times. They kind of contradict themselves. They say one thing, but we've got proof proving the other with Claude having a soundbite voice. It's kind of like the universes in the GTA series. There's a lot of contradictions going on with those. But to sum everything up, I'd like to really just reiterate my theory that Claude was most likely not going to have a full-on voice with dialogue in GTA 3, but instead at some point, just small sound bites that bring more life to the character. They were probably scrapped in the end due to giving players something to identify with when it comes to Claude, and that's directly from that big old paragraph from Rockstar's Q&A. So with that said, that's kind of proof here in this video. Hopefully you guys believe this, that Claude did have a voice at some point, and Rockstar kind of contradicted themselves, and I'm calling them out on it. I'm just kidding. I love Rockstar Games. I love all of their games. Max Payne, Bully, Grand Theft Auto, the Red Dead series, Smuggler's Run, Table Tennis. All of these games are great. I didn't mean to down-talk Rockstar Games in any way, shape, or form if there happens to be a developer watching this video. Thank y'all for all the contributions that you make and all the sacrifices you make for us video gamers to play your games, and some of us to get behind a microphone and talk about them. So this was a very interesting topic. Hopefully y'all did find it enjoyable. Hopefully it was worthy enough of a thumbs up. Hopefully I earned that from you. Hopefully I can earn your subscription as well. But with that said, I'm Zach Cox. Thank y'all for tuning in, and until next time, have a very great day.